pleasant good afternoon and welcome inside legendary Adelard Arena in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, and a little bit of a delayed start to this U16 matchup featuring the RA St. M's and the Bishop Kearney Selects. Match also alongside Tristan Tangley. Tristan, you saw this U16 side yesterday against Long Island Goals. A little bit of a tough game for them against a tough opponent in Northeast Pack.
Yeah.
We know BK Selects coming into this game is going to be a tough team as well.
Yeah.
How do you gut check yourself after yesterday and bounce back into today?
Yeah, so it's all about momentum. The 6-1 loss yesterday is in the past, and you have to move on to the game tonight. You can't focus on that loss anymore, and you just hope that you can get a good start early on in the first period and go from there, because this team, once they get going, they're a hard team to stop. Unfortunately, yesterday they didn't have the momentum a lot, and I came in and saw them playing well, and like I said, the momentum is a big factor, and once this team gets momentum, they're a hard team to stop. So I'm excited to see what they do against the Selects here tonight.
BK Selects in the all-black mount in the traditional home whites with the red and blue trim. Butler is going to get the start in net for Selects. It's going to be Grady Peterson in net for the RA St. M's. And a double dose of Saints hockey as we'll play the 16s here. And then following this game, immediately following the conclusion of this game, will be the U18 side. And of course, we're a little bit delayed in our proceedings, so we're going to be a little bit delayed. Puck down, and we're underway in first period action here on Fans Only Sports Network. Thanks so much for tuning in this afternoon. All right, St. M's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network, brought to you by Hampton Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop, and by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. Jackson Vates, as he was looking for some help from Nico Bromley. Vates throws a shoulder into the backside corner boards. Saints trying to set this one up. Good shot from the outside blue line area. Came up with a 13 of Ryan Hornberger. Vates sent that one through traffic. Kicks off a few BK Selects players and will be spun down. A dump and chase as BK goes for a line change quickly and early. Graf here at neutral ice. Graf tried to send that one from Prokopets. That one is past his stick. Saints go for a line change as well, too. Our apologies for a moment here on a little technical difficulty with our camera. We'll get that one reset for you. And we've got our signal back. Dumped down into the corner. Inside of the first 2 minutes gone played here in the first period. That one right inside, an opportunity there for Crayer. Crayer couldn't push that one across. Good shot falling away from Dom Soma and kicked aside by Butler. Back for Soma once again. Soma blue line flick, Tardy right in front, kicked aside. It will be chased all the way down, icing and a stoppage of play.
Yeah, great job by the Rhode Island Saints to get the pressure on, getting the shots on net early. BK Selects hasn't had the puck in their offensive zone yet, so excited to see what the Selects can do after the Rhode Island Saints pressure here in the first 2 minutes of the first period.
So it's Bond, Tab, 14 of Griffin Davey out there for the Saints alongside the 20. Chris Pallone is out there as well. Davey's going to chase this one back, and Davey is able to shepherd that one as Whitlock was chasing along with him, icing, and we go back from whence we came. And our apologies, we're dealing with an odd little camera issue today. The weather here in the Ocean State has not been in our favor. Lightning and heavy rains as Janikowskis is going to chase this one back. Slips and falls. Caleri picked that one up. Caleri flicks, and Butler makes the save. anywhere close to here. You literally have to be kind of like almost just trigger finger it. Like really don't put your hand to the side of the camera, or if you're gonna put it like far back, don't be anywhere near the edge, in my opinion. Shot, score inside! And the Saints strike first on the board. And it's the 11 of Joey Andriozzi. Dylan Crayer is going to get the assist. So first goal scored for the Saints. Important goal here early in this game. 3 minutes in to this first period. Andriozzi kicks that one up for Hagerman. Hagerman works with Crayer across the blue line. Crayer will hold up as they go line change. There's a random water bottle that has fallen out onto the ice. And it's sitting right in front of the Mount bench area. They haven't picked it up yet. Now they're going to hook this one back into the bench as they go for a line change. Back behind the BK net. Worked for the 22 of Tegan Ingwerson. Ingwerson tries to get that one across. Bromley. Ingwerson tied up along the backside boards. Bromley goes inside, tries to pull that one apart. He cannot. Saints still fighting for it in a little bit of a mix. Comes out for Jackson Vates. Vates sends that one across for Soma. Soma dumps it deep into the corner. Bromley once again after he got it around the horseshoe from the boards. Picked up by Jet. Jet tries to dump that one off the side boards. Prokopets chases it. Ingwerson. Both sides trying to make line changes. Bolduc out there now for the Saints. Gets sent around the backside boards. Long pass for Vates. Vates will try to carry this one across. Vates dances around Janikowskis. And it gets kicked back into the neutral zone. Bolduc once again. Went cross ice. Prokopets will dump that one deep. BK will go for a line change. And a whistle and a stoppage of play on icing. Sits us with 12 and change left to go here in the first period of play.
Yeah, Matt, it's been all Rhode Island here with all the shots on net they've gotten. They got one to go early in the first period, and as we were talking about that momentum, and with that first goal, Rhode Island might be hard to stop with that momentum here in the first period.
Face-off in favor of the Saints. And another icing. As I say, stoppage of play. 12-16 remaining here in the first. Early goal from Joey Andriozzi on the assist from Dylan Crayer. As the Saints up 1-0. And an important 1-0 in a very difficult game against a difficult BK Select side. For the 16 of Colton Dalwas. Dalwas will carry that one back into his own zone. Bothered there by Crayer. Crayer runs him into the boards. Bond trying to push that one free. He can. Gets that one across. Looking for some help there to try to clear the zone was Jake Rhino. And Rhino got bumped off of the puck. Duguay chases it back. Tic-tac-toe play smartly from Rhino across to make Tardy. Crayer past him. Instead gets carried out. Daltwas on the opposite side. Daltwas trying to go for Whitlock. Scoots underneath. Whitlock sick for Pelletieri. Pelletieri chopped at one. And Whitlock tried to redirect it midair. Could not. Carried by Crayer. Blue line play and now back. Duguay instead. 11 and change left to go here in the first. Our apologies for the camera difficulties. We'll see if we can figure that one out during the first period intermission. Hard hit. And it'll bounce all the way back down. Picked up by Penoye. Penoye carries that one across. Passing forward for Jet. Jet and a Saints player. As the 20 of Chris Pallone collided down in the corner. Puck bounces through the neutral zone. Griffin Davey here now as he works this one forward. Major will try to move this one along to Jet. Jet down in the corner. We lose a little bit of our visibility in the left and right side corners due to the fog on the glass. And it's the humidity difference of 88 degrees outside to 40-ish degrees or whatever it might be here inside. And a very high humidity point. Hence why we were late getting into this broadcast, about 14 minutes late into the broadcast. As a stoppage of play, 9:42. We're going to take a quick 15-second commercial break. We'll be right back.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly slice your sub right in front of you, which takes some training.
It's the arm of the slicer, it's the thrill of the slice, freshly sliced before your eyes, unlike our rivals. And then every last arriver gets a sub that excites, and it's all thanks to the well-trained arm of the slicer.
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Our apologies there as we were trying to work through some technical difficulties. We'll try to continue along, but a score here by BK Selects has tied this game at 1. And we're back. Apologies on that one. It looks like We have found the problem. Oh, the fickle things of technology, my friend. Our apologies. But we have discovered a broken wire. Good thing for backups. That's why you always carry redundancy kits.
Yep.
One thing we've learned about production over the years. Carry a redundancy. 7 and change left to go here in the first period in a 1-1 game. After the goal by Joey Andriozzi for Mount, it was tied by BK Selects, and so we play on. Carried by Mount. Crayer looked that one forward, trying to get onto the stick of the 16 of Jacob Rhino. For the aforementioned Rhino, as he comes in, holds. Crayer and Tardy will join him in the zone. For Tardy, right in front. Tardy got tied up there with the 10 of Brady Peddle. Rhino, good poke check backside. Crayer has it. Crayer, opportunity for Tardy, and it scoots past Butler, and it may have caught the side of the boot of Peddle, or perhaps it was the 19 of Shane Gould. Right in front, top score! Matt Tardy! The bouncing puck will eventually provide, and Matt Tardy found a slight sliver of space in between the pad of Butler and the post and stuck it in Saints 2-1.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's one of the things being a goaltender. You think you're covering the whole post, and then just not enough is covered, and just that tiny hole can provide enough space for the puck to trickle in over the goal line.
Saints will try to work this one out defensively now, is trying to get one through was Henry Major. Major got bottled out of the play. Jet trying to still work this one along the backside boards for BK. The 12 of Connor Powell, as he gets rubbed out of the play by multiple Saints players, most notably the 10 of Jack Caleri. Caleri as he carries here. Caleri got spun out of the play from the 55 of Pelletieri. Back through the middle of the ice for Powell. Powell gets bumped by Davey from behind. Loose puck headed the other way. Jet will chase this one back. Taub chases Jet. Cam Tab for Davey. Griffin Davey fired one, and that one deflected up into the netting. And we get a stoppage of play. 5:52 left on the clock.
Yeah, Bishop Kearney Selects traveling to us from Rochester, New York. And they had a good little travel there.
I have actually spent some time in Rochester. Home of the Rochester Americans in the AHL, the National Hockey League affiliate of the Buffalo Sabres. That one's going to be a save made from Peterson. Into the hot shower corner. Penoye fires that one. Picked up by the 13 of Hornberger. Hornberger across for Andriozzi. Little miscommunication between Hornberger and Andriozzi. Okavita and Prokopets will try to start this one along with Penoye for the BK Select side. Hornberger. Hagerman. Left it for Andriozzi in the middle. Nico Bromley comes across. Bromley will dump that in. Allows the Saints to finish a line change. They get the 23 of Vates back out onto the ice. Hornberger stops at one of the blue line for Vates. Dom Soma calling for it. Soma sent it, and it hit up the backside of Daltwas. Bromley still has it. Bromley fires that one through traffic. Vates picks it up on the backside. Trying to hit Vates was Penoye, and Vates stopped his roll And Pinoye ends up finding the boards instead. Off ice pass, Dom Soma puts that one back on the opposite side for Hornberger. Hornberger steps over top. And for the 22 of Ingwerson along with Hornberger. And Vates stops that one at the blue line. Ingwerson will chase that one to the corner. Ingwerson sends Tannenbaum into the corner boards. Puck will horseshoe around to be carried out. Vates tries to step into and finally does hit Gould. Dispossession of the puck, favor of the Saints. A Bond. That one came right back out in front. Tannenbaum an opportunity. And instead, it is collected by Peterson.
Yeah, the BK Select really applying the pressure to the Rhode Island Saints in their offensive zone. They've been picking up the pressure all period, and that's what got them that first goal. And Rhode Island sitting on top of them 2-1.
3:41 left to go here in the first. Tardy, the goal scorer, tried to move that one for Rhino. Quickly the other way goes Jet Chase. Jet, that one high, hits the back side of the net after it deflected off of the Zamboni doors. Tardy, open ice opportunity here. Crayer moves along with Rhino. Crayer got rubbed out of the play quickly by Connor Powell. Back check from Powell. We get a whistle and a stoppage of play.
Yeah, don't forget to join us tomorrow as the Rhode Island Saints teams play the Pittsburgh Penguins. And as Matt said on the broadcast, if you were watching the Johnston football game, not the NHL team.
Not the NHL side, and of course, as always, check the schedule and the matchups as well, because there have been a couple of changes to the schedule as we've gone through this Northeast Pack weekend. Games were originally 12-4 today, and so we ended up 4-6. So who knows? By tomorrow morning, we can be in a whole different light. Oh, that one went right up the side of the post from Tardy as he's looking for his second of the game. Rhino looking for the puck in the middle of the ice. So too was the 21 of Crayer. Rhino's going to go get it as Tardy was finally able to get it around the backside boards. Duguay right there through the middle. Tardy was standing in open ice. And it ends up in Butler's glove.
Yeah, the Saints doing a great job playing the puck along the boards and getting it back to the point and throwing those shots on net and looking for a deflection out in front. And it looks like the Saints are going to be going on the power play.
Saints are going to get the power play. That looks like the 19 of Shane Gould headed to the box. 2 minutes for slashing. And with 2:31 left to go here in this first period, first power play opportunity of the day goes the way of the Saints. Bromley starts with Ingwerson and Bolduc, along with the 23 of Vates and the 17 of Soma. Soma for Vates. Prokopets for BK Selects. Saints have to backtrack really quickly. Saved by Peterson on the little flick play from Okavita. Janikowskis. This is not the way you want to start a power play if you're the Saints. This one's going to go all the way down, and the icing call is going to save the Saints as they have been having an issue trying to set up the offense on this power play.
Yeah, it's the first time the BK Selects have been doing a great job in their defensive zone, and it really shows on the penalty kill. Them being down a man, they have that extra pressure on their shoulders. If you're a goaltender on the power play, they have a minute. The Saints have a minute and 31 seconds left on it. Got to be worried against this Saints offense.
91 seconds left to go in the power play. 2 minutes left to go here in the first period. Crayer. Duguay. For Crayer, trying to look for a redirect tip. Rhino will keep that one at the blue line. Rhino for Duguay. Looks back for Rhino once again inside for Crayer. Crayer looking for Tardy right there in the middle. It gets poke checked away by Daltwest. And Duguay will chase that one all the way back.
Yeah, Doubtless doing a great job using his stick to poke the puck and knock it out of the zone and force the Saints back in their own defensive end.
For Jake Rhino on the opposite side. Rhino kicks that one for Duguay. Duguay back for Rhino once again. They're going to try to go out along that bench side. Quick switch ice for Bond. Bond, Crayer in the middle. Has an opportunity here with Tardy. Tardy fires. That one may have hit traffic inside. Went past Butler. Back through the blue line, through the neutral zone. Tardy comes back to pick it up. Duguay, check that it's Bond. Will carry it across. Crayer for Bond. Bond gets rubbed out of the play along the backside boards. It's the 10 of Brady Peddle. Inside, and an opportunity that went off of Butler's pads came from Rhino. Flying shot from Duguay across. Back for Crayer. Duguay again had traffic right in front of him. It ran right up the side of Blake Graff. Whitlock and Graff chase Duguay back. Open ice opportunity here for Rhino. Rhino tried to flip that one aside for Tab. Tab penalty expires. We're back to five-a-side hockey for the final 30 seconds of this first period of play. Tab winds, fires. That one hit Peddle again. Davey tries to flick that one around really quickly in the final seconds to go, and an opportunity in front for Tab. Hard shot hits Davey. Davey sends one. Brady Peddle for BK Select has just blocked about 4 shots right in front of his goaltender Butler. Horn's going to sound, and we're through one period of play. 2-1 Saints after 1. We'll take the quick commercial break and be right back. You're watching RI St. M's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network. One after 1. We welcome you back on this Saturday afternoon of Northeast Pack hockey action here on Fans Only Sports Network from Adelard Arena. Joel's alongside Tristan Tingley. Positive first period if you're the Saints.
Yeah, they kept applying pressure in that offensive zone, throwing those shots on net. And then it was the BK Select power play the BK Select penalty kill that was in the final 2 minutes of the period. And they did a great job of keeping the puck out of their defensive zone and stopping that St. M's power play. Yeah,
we have to, for all things being, give the due credit to Brady Peddle. Took about 4 shots off the side of his body during that penalty kill sequence. And for all things being, while we are an RI Saints side broadcast, got to give credit where credit is due when you just see a good hockey play. Janiskowskis sends that one across the side for Henry Major. Major will bring this one back around. Janiskowskis once again. Caleri will chase that one defensively for the Saints. Caleri pushes across. Will receive it once again from the forward Matt Bolduc. Chased all the way back. Powell Bolduc takes a dive right in front of his own net. Allows Griffin Davey to carry the puck up through the neutral zone. Davey gets hit hard into the boards. Jet, Caleri. And a whistle, a stoppage of play. And are they going to call They are. Matt Janiskauskas is going to get called 2 minutes for roughing. That was quite a hard hit into the boards behind, and it was on play of the puck. So Saints are going to go on the power play for the second time today.
Yeah, that shot as he got hit in the boards rattled around the arena. It was pretty hard hit, and those boards are not soft at all. They're really hard if you're a hockey player.
Yeah, these are old-fashioned style seamed boards that do not give a whole lot of give. This one's going to come all the way back, and Peterson will send that one up. Crayer, switch ice for Bond. Bond holds and then sends that one back for Duguay. Bond, Duguay, Jake Rhino, Matt Tardy, and Dylan Crayer get things started. I had to catch myself for a second. I have oddly gotten the Crayers mixed up at times. They play on opposite age group teams, and I have actually, in a game, mistakenly called Dylan Matt and Matt Dylan. They play one age group difference from each other. Both of them top line forwards, both of them absolutely great players for the Mount Sides. Round for the 16 of Rhino. For Crayer. Back for Rhino again. Rhino thought he was going to go to Duguay. Holds Rhino. Crayer from the side, and that one was kicked away by both Butler and then the BK defense.
Yeah, that BK defense getting down and blocking the shots, and they're doing a great job on that penalty kill, second penalty kill of the night, and they have 45 seconds left to kill on this one.
14:49 left to go here in this second period. We'll have the elongated intermission in between the second and third periods. They'll resurface the ice. Here's Okavita. Left that one sitting for Shane Gould. Gould will take it around the backside boards himself. Bothered there by Soma. For the 29 of Blake Graff. Graff gets tied up in a traffic jam over on the sideboards. 3 Mount jerseys against 1 black BK jersey. And Dom Soma comes up with the puck. Matty Bolduc. Bolduc sends that one across, looking there for Vates. A little bit past him. Brady Peddle will try to move this one along for BK. Back in for Ingerson. Ingerson for Bromley. Got caught on an edge of the boards. Peddle. Ingerson. With a 29 of Graff. Kicks that one aside for Okavita. Okavita for Whitlock. Whitlock comes across. Hard shot, and that one rolled up off of the shoulder of Peterson, goes wide, and Karam's all the way back down. BK resets Pelletieri. Cross ice for Barkley. Barkley fires. Peterson stick save. Okavita. They're going to try to bring this one back around. Janiskauskas out of the penalty box, back to 5-a-side hockey, and his shot attempt is sent right into the body of Nico Bromley, who will shepherd it down the ice and allow the Saints to make a line change. Left sitting at the blue line. Crayer right in front after an opportunity came across from Andriozzi. That was what the team was on the first Saints goal, was Crayer to Andriozzi. Almost reversed it there. Vates inside. That one scoots past Mabudis and will go all the way down icing and a stoppage of play. Take a look there at Grady Peterson, Calgary, Alberta native. Playing in goal for the Saints today. One of their 2 tenders on the roster, along with the Gateway City, St. Louis, Missouri's Gavin Beal.
Yeah, if you're the head coach of the Rhode Island St. M's, you have to be proud of that great goalie tandem you have going on for the Saints.
for the 91 of Henry Major as he tries to move that one along for BK. Past Andriozzi off the boards, comes back for Penoye. Penoye tried to look for Powell, may have deflected off of somebody. So icing is negated as Chris Pallone picks that one up, sends that one forward for Crayer. Crayer will push that one back. Andriozzi's going to chase it. Chasing there against Penoye. Andriozzi got the better of Penoye. Looking for Tristan Hagerman. Hagerman tries a backhand one. Shot save made. Tic-tac-toe, though, between Hagerman and an approaching Cam Tab.
Yeah, the Saints are doing a great job moving the puck in that offensive chance coming from inside the slot area. And a great job there by the Bishop Kearney goaltender just to swallow that one up, as we talked about earlier in the breadbasket.
It's Canada versus Canada between the pipes today. Owen Butler for BK Selects. Etobicoke, Ontario. So you've got Ontario against Alberta in goal today. BK Selects are in a Canada-esque style uniform. It's a very Hockey Canada type look.
Yeah, it looks like the black and red Canada jerseys the team wore during the 2016 Olympics.
It does. Gould from the blue line. Thought about that one. Davies slid over, and Gould had to send it down into the corner instead. Whitlock back for Gould. Gould fired that one wide. Karam is back to the blue line once again. Gould as he slides that one down the sideboards. Prokopets jumps on the ice. Minor line change for BK Selects. 11 left to go here in the second period of play. 2-1 Saints. And thank you for tuning in here on Fans Sports Network. All right, Saints Hockey on Fans Sports Network, brought to you by Hamden Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop, and by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit stanleytree.com for more information. Gould. Nowhere to go from the corner of the blue line. Whitlock back for Gould again. Gould fires one. That one goes wide. Karam's off of the backside glass. Came around. Kaleri gets in a little tie up there with Brady Peddle. That was 10 on 10. Line changes for both sides as Shane Gould chases that one all the way back. Aaron pass. Crayer has a turnover. Shot scored. Oh, it went right over top of the crossbar from the 16 of Jake Rhino. That one might have actually grazed the top side of the crossbar. It was destined for the back of the net.
Yeah.
He had Butler dipped and all. Tardy right in front of the net, trying to get one from the 16 of Rhino. Rhino's going to get spun around. Crayer now slides inside. This one comes back for Bond. Bond in front, and that one had a 5-hole close up really quickly on him. Bond goes again. Rhino trying to redirect. Tardy pokes that one. Prokopets got in the way of Tardy's shot. This one's going to roll on its side all the way down. Icing in a stoppage of play, and Saints just had 3 opportunities destined for goal that either found a crossbar, a closed-up 5-hole very quickly, or a defensive player from BK that got in the way of it.
Yeah, Bond had 2 of those 3 shots, and they were great shots in front of the traffic, out in front of the net, looking for deflections, and they were both on net. The goalie got a piece of them, so they were really good shots.
Opportunities are great. Goals are better. Face-off won by the Saints. Janiskauskas makes a steal, carries back. Good stop by Duguay. Oh, what a save from Peterson. Henry Major and Chase Jett are just left shaking their heads.
Yeah, great job there by Peterson to follow the puck.
Bond Tardy as they run into the 12 of Powell. Now collisions on the backside board as Duguay and Jet tussle. Bond flicking that one for Tardy. Tardy tries to make the deflection off of the boards, came back to him. Bond tries to move that one again at the blue line. Peterson has to knock that one away, and then a second one as a first attempt came from Janiskauskas, and then one for the backside. Line change for the Saints with 8.5 left to go here in the first. Bond, sorry, in the second, my apologies. It's been a long couple of days. Jet. Loose twig. Retained by the Mount player. Bond for Ingerson. 3 black jerseys got in front of him. Vates came up on the backside and an opportunity that goes wide. Vates right in front. Vates shot. Save made. And that one will ping pong back. Carried here by Major. And a arm goes up, whistle. We're going to get a penalty for cross-checking. First penalty on the Saints goes to Jackson Vates.
So the BK Selects penalty kill is 2 for 2, but this is their first power play opportunity, and let's see if the power play is just as good as the penalty kill.
Seven and change left to go here in the second. Popped up and controlled by Hornberger for Rhino. Rhino chases that one himself, flicks it into the corner. Krayer will meet him there. Pins it along the boards, just trying to buy time. And finally it'll pop out in favor of the stick of the 11 of Alex Whitlock. Okavita. Off the backside boards. Back out once again for Penoye. Penoye and Okavita as they work along that side. Turned into the corner. Back for Penoye again. Penoye fires, got behind Peterson. And the bounce back, and now we've got fisticuffs after the play. And Dom Soma and one of the BK players are really tied up with each other down there in the corner. It's the 55 of Peltier.
Yeah, there you saw the puck free on just outside the post, and I'm guessing one of the Select players just kept jabbing at it, and then the Donnybrook came, started by the Saints to protect their goalie.
They're going to send the 13 of Hornberger to the box. Peltieri's going to the box as well, too, for BK. Conversation between the referees, and we'll get the call. And it's going to be coincidental minors, 2 minutes for roughing. So it'll be 5-on-4. Minute 3 on the penalty against the Saints.
Yeah, so it looks like they're just trying to get the 2 minutes on the right side of the scoreboard, as the in-stadium scoreboard just says 1:03 and 2 minutes for the Saints penalty kill, and nothing on the Select side yet.
I think they might take that 2 minutes off because it is matching penalties. They are. Yeah. It's coincidental minors. It's matching, so they will not have the 2 minutes on the board. And so they will get out on the whistle. Gould takes that bouncer as it comes back into his zone. Gould and Powell back there along with Peddle. Gould for Powell. Powell carries that one out to Jet through the neutral zone. Bolduc right in the way, kicks that one back for Tardy. On the power play still is BK. On the penalty kill still is Mount for the next 35 seconds. To the backside boards. Peddle tries to work that one out for Major. Major comes inside. Bromley and Duguay both take Major into the backside boards, and Peterson makes the save.
Peterson doing a great job covering the lower half of the net and the inside post where most of the select chances are coming from.
Saints will get Jackson Vates back in 18 seconds, and we'll go five-a-side hockey. 6 and change left to go here until the longer intermission. False start on the referee. Peddle from the blue line. Gould back for Peddle once again, looking for that one for Jet. Jet pushes that along the backside line for Powell. Jackson Vates is out of the box, and we're back to five-a-side hockey in front. Peterson has to poke check one right away from the mouth of the goal. Came back. Peterson again. Got it behind him. Sat on it. Now he lays on top of it. Grady Peterson. Holy cow. What a job Grady Peterson has been doing in net today for the Saints U16 side.
Yeah, so there goes the selects trying to jam at the puck. Peterson covering it. And Mount just trying to protect their goalie. And that's one of those unwritten rules in hockey. If the goalie has it covered, don't jab at the puck.
Dom Soma, 2 minutes for roughing. No call against a BK player. And on top of the boards on the bench side that belongs to the Saints is head coach Cody Wild. I think he's saying exactly what Dom Soma was saying. You hit my goalie. Well, this is interesting. They're going to bring the face-off outside of the blue line. 5.5 left to play. So Soma gets called 2 minutes for roughing. And after the Saints just got off of the penalty kill, we're going to have to go back on it. Icing is called. That is one of those rules I would like to see them eliminate from Academy hockey. The perpetual icing rule.
Yeah.
It's awkward if you're on a disadvantage, if you're on a penalty kill, to get called for icing and have it get brought back in front of your own net.
Yeah, I was here last Saturday when Rhode Island Saints played Boston hockey. Oh,
Peterson again closes the door. And this time his helmet comes off in the process of it all. Now Bond and Cray are having a little chat with the referees. And that's 3 times that we've now seen pucks right in front of the net. Peterson makes great saves, and they continue to pounce.
yeah. Yeah, and going back to the perpetual icing that you were talking about, my first game was last Saturday, and there was a penalty against the Rhode Island Saints. I'm like, why is this an icing? I thought if you're on the penalty kill and it's icing, that's fine.
It's a modified rule book, and USA Hockey has that rule in, and I have to this day
Don't understand why.
at this level, no, get rid of it. Rhino will try to kick that one away. That's going to come flying up into the seats. About 10 feet to our broadcast right.
And that's one of those things, if you're on the side seats, where all the seats are, except for just a small portion of both sides behind the goals, there's no protective netting here at Adelaide Arena.
There is not. Though I am quite glad that they have installed glass into the Adelaide Arena rink. If you go back in time, look at this rink in the 60s and 70s, what is aptly known as chicken wire fencing, which does still exist behind the bench on the penalty box side here, used to be the way it was all the way around the rink. It was one of the most amazing and bizarre things that you would see in a hockey rink. Pedal as he kicks that one across for Jet. Jet looks, fires, missed on the opposite side from the 12 of Connor Powell.
Yeah, if someone was there, if you had the stick on that puck, Peterson was out of position, and it was just an open goal for a rebound.
Gould flicked that one through. Major tried to redirect. Peterson got a piece of it and stuck it away. Bolduc got his stick knocked away. Saints are able to clear the zone. Powell left it sitting. Tardy was able to get it. Pokes this one back. Ingwerson is going to try to work it through the neutral zone. Dom Soma is out of the boxes. Penalties are clear. We're back to five-a-side even strength hockey. And the final 3:25 left to go here in the second period. Hornberger works that one through. Hagerman's going to pick it up. Tried to flick across to Tardy. It was stepped over instead and cleared out of zone by Prokmets. Huge hit. Sent Okavita's body one way, stick the other way, and we're going to get a penalty for delay of game. Interference is going to be the call on Matt Bolduc.
Yeah, so the Rhode Island Saints, that's their fourth penalty this period. And unfortunately haven't been able to really stay out of the box, but they've been doing a good job on the penalty kill so far tonight.
It was a good, clean hit. Body went one way, stick went the other way. The transgression was he hit the stick away from the player. You can't do that.
Right.
No problem with the hit. It was a great hockey hit. Can't whack the stick away from the player after he did make the hit. Pinoye sends that one across. Keeled back into the corner. Judge carries across the blue line. Wines fires, and that one may have been redirected for a moment by Okavita and caught a piece of Peterson. 2 and change left to go here in the second. They'll resurface the ice after this period of play, and then we'll play the third. So we'll have about a 10-minute intermission or thereof. There has been some problems because of the humidity outside of the ice taking time to set, hence why we did not start this game until about 4:15, about 15 minutes after what was the scheduled game time. They resurfaced the ice in between the 2 o'clock game and this game, and you and I both were here in the arena looking at it, and the amount of water just sitting on the ice after the resurface, it took a good 7 minutes, 8 minutes for it to set before they felt it was safe enough to be able to start warm-ups.
Yeah, and if you look at certain spots on the ice, you can still see a little bit of water going back towards the corners.
It is a problem with early season hockey in 80-degree outdoor weather.
Yep.
Despite the fact that we were in New England, it will be cold and clearly hockey weather in about a month and a half from now. Into the backside corner. This one's going to get cleared all the way down. On frame, no, wide, and icing gets the call.
Yeah, and you talk about that cold in about a month and a half from now. We won't have to be going from jackets in the rink to taking them off right when we get outside.
Yeah, that has been an interesting scenario this weekend. Tardy takes the face off, kicks that one in the back corner for Bond. Bond back for Tardy again. It scoots past the 19 of Shane Gould. Tardy tried to chase it all the way back. Tardy's got the intercept. Tardy fires and it deflects off of a BK Select stick and up out of play.
Yeah, a nice little scoring chance by the miscommunication of the BK Selects. And the Saints just pounced on it and took the shot from the slot. Just unfortunately got redirected up into the protective netting back behind the goal.
College football Saturday producing some interesting stories. That's a huge hit and a penalty gets called. Arm goes up. Tripping will be the call. And to the box goes the 55 of Peltieri. With 1 minute left to go in the second period.
Yeah, it looked like on that hit there might have been a little bit of knee-to-knee contact there coming across as they met each other at the top of the offensive zone.
So they'll get 60-plus seconds of power play time. Soma saved that one right at the blue line, gets flicked down. That will go all the way down for icing. And Saints are going to get the face-off down in the offensive zone.
And there's that perpetual icing we were talking about.
I feel like this is like penalty kicks in soccer.
Yeah.
If it works for you, you love it. If it works against you, you hate it.
Yep.
Ingwerson gets that face-off back to Soma at the blue line. For Vates, looking for a trigger pull, gets poke checked off of his stick. Chasing it all the way back down was the 15 of Judge, and Judge got tripped up on the play. No call from the referees. Carried forward by Vates. Along the backside boards, looks for Bromley. Bromley back for Soma at the blue line. Down for Bromley again in the corner. Bromley and Vates shepherd that one around for Ingwerson on the opposite side. Bolduc fired, and that one went high and wide just over top of Butler. Collision between multiple players has the puck trickle back into the neutral zone. Bromley here in the final 15 seconds for Ingwerson. Slot pass for Vates. Soma pulls the trigger, redirect inside, save made by Butler, and a dump down after the play, and now we've got some real fisticuffs. And this is going to put a lot of red numbers on the board. Nico Bromley got absolutely leveled after the whistle. It was good to see him get right up. To the box has gone the 15 of Judge. Bolduc's going to go to the box, I think, for... Nope. Bolduc is skating back. They're going to send Bromley to the box. So Judge is going to get called for cross-check and roughing. Bromley's going to get called for slashing, so a double minor on Judge. A double minor on Judge, and then a minor on Bromley. They're going to put a second BK Selects player in the box. It's Mabutis. And the BK coaching staff having a conversation with the officials. And a 5 on it's 5, it should be 5 on 3. And BK is gonna, they're gonna have to pull a player off. It's going to be 5 on 3. And they're all confused. Yeah, now they've got this. You had a double minor. You had to put 2 guys in the box. Should be 5 on 3.
Yeah.
Duguay. Tardy. Trying to poke check at it again. Horn's going to sound. It's underneath Butler, and we've reached the end of 2 periods of play. Still 2-1 after 2. Saints lead as we head to the long intermission. They'll resurface the ice. We'll take a chance to resurface ourselves. You're watching Northeast Pack hockey action on Fans Only Sports Network.
like this.
Back at Adelaide Arena in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. 2-1 Saints after 2. We welcome you here on Panzoli Sports Network Northeast Pack Hockey action on what was a beautiful that has now gone into a ugly Saturday outside. Walked out of the arena in between the second and third period in the middle of a rainstorm.
Yeah.
And a lot of red numbers on the right side of the scoreboard, indicative of penalty time assessed to BK Selects. 53 seconds remaining on the penalty to Pelletieri. Minute 54 on the penalty to Judge. That was a double. So Mabutis in the box as well. 5-on-3 for the Saints to start this third period as they lead 2-1. And the play of Grady Peterson. I'm combining the two goaltenders. Both of them are phenomenal players. Grady Peterson in net has been stellar for the Saints. As it gets dumped down into the corner. Left side from our broadcast position behind the fogged up glass. And Crayer brings this one out through center. Puck dies on the still wet ice. Bond for Duguay. Duguay lights the lamp with the laser beam from downtown. Elliot Duguay has a power play goal, and it's 3-1 Saints.
Yeah, great shot from the point, seeing the traffic out in front, and the nice screen provided by his teammate to get it under that blocker side into the back of the cage. (16:25)
left here in regulation, and Duguay gets the face-off win after he scored the goal to give the Saints now an insurance policy at 3-1. Duguay will dump that one down, chased by Janikowskis. For the 9 of Bond. Bond dumping it down for Tardy. Tardy will kick it along the backside. Boards work there for Duguay. Saints have gone to leave the same line that just scored out on the ice as Tardy tried to come across the middle and poke one. Cannot. Pinoye comes out with it, brings it down for BK Selects. Selects will go for a line change. 35 seconds remaining in the advantage. 5-on-4 now for the Saints. Bond brought that one across. Duguay was calling for it. He wanted one on the backside. Cryer trying to see if he could pull that one forward for Duguay once again. Duguay and Tardy battle with it deep along the backside board. Peltieri in the mix of it. Gets kicked out from behind his skates. Cryer, one-timer, and right along the bottom side of the pad, it is pinned by Butler.
Yeah, the Saints doing a great job to start this third period, applying the pressure on the power play, and they got that power play goal about 35 seconds into it, and right now they're still applying the pressure as they have 6 seconds left on the power play.
Stick taps from Grady Peterson as icing will get called. And players are out of the box. Nico Bromley exits for the Saints. Judge has to sit and exit in a moment. Be careful of the cable. You can't have your hand all the way up. Face off at center ice is Jet. Sends that one for Petal. Major. Bolduc has it bounce past him. Peterson will flick that one around. Comes to the side for Shane Gould. Quick glove save from Peterson.
Yeah, Peterson doing a great job in the crease with all aspects of his equipment, using the pad blocker and glove effectively to keep the puck out of the net as his team has a 2-goal lead here about 3 minutes into the third period.
Saints trying to work this one out of the zone defensively. Hornberger around side, the back side, looking for Vates. Vates gets that one forward for Ingerson. Ingerson fires, kick save made by Butler. Bromley and Ingerson in the corner. Ingerson looking for a slot to try to get to Vates. Bromley. Vates. Now Niner. Not seen too much of Andrew Niner in the game today. Got a sighting of him here in the third period. Major. Powell. Vates for the Saints. Powell and Barkley for BK Selects as Bromley was able to dispossess them of the puck. Hornberger on the opposite side after he got it from Vates. Now for Ingerson looking for Vates, and that one slides right past the open backside of the net. Huge hit, and there is a player laying on the ice down in the corner. And cannot see which team it is, though there are a number of Saints players huddling around said player, which would lead me to believe it might be an RA Saint.
Yeah, it was a BK Select player. Just the momentum couldn't stop him, and he ran a guy into the boards from behind in that deep right side corner. And the momentum on hockey, like we said, the boards are not soft by any means, so it's always going to be a tough collision when you collide with those boards, but we hope the young man's going to be okay.
3:23 left to go here in the third period. We'll take a commercial break while the training staff attends to the injured player. 3-1 Saints in the third. Saints. This is the injured player is Jackson Vades, who skates off on his own with a little assist from the training staff. .23 left to play here in regulation. Battle in front of the penalty box area. Krayer pushes that one down into the offensive zone for the Saints, right in front. An opportunity that gets sticked aside by Butler as Tardy was standing right there on the doorstep. Mabudas. Duguay got in the way of that one. Krayer sets. Fired by Bond. Came right up over top of the net, and the net is dispossessed from its moorings. The old spike peg moorings on the nets here in Adelard will cause a lot of times that the net will pop off the lines. Oh, and the penalty box door was a little ajar. Bad dad joke there. Bouncing puck in front of the Mount net, cleared away. Andriozzi open spot for Tristan Hagerman. Hagerman on a string and kick saved by Butler. Swung around Matt Judge. Looked on the outside for Whitlock. Whitlock nowhere to go. That hit traffic of red, white, and blue in front. Hagerman and Bromley, along with the 17 of Dom Soma, the 11 of Joey Andriozzi, and the 4 of Matt Bolduc on the ice right now for the Saints. Andriozzi, one of the 3 goal scorers for the Saints, as Peterson makes another save.
Yeah, Peterson again with the glove on the left hand, doing a great job of catching the puck in midair and making those big saves when needed for the Rhode Island Saints.
11 and change left to go here in regulation. Bounced in front for Caleri, and then Tab. Jet. As he works with Powell and Major, scores. Henry Major will get credited with the goal, Powell the assist, and 3-2.
Yeah, great job there to pounce on the rebound and keep jabbing at it just at the top of the crease, and Peterson just wasn't able to cover that blocker side shoulder, and it went in between the arm of Peterson.
An update to the schedule for tomorrow and the proceedings that will come. We'll kickstart the day 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. The U16 side, this U16 side, will take on East Coast Militia at 10 a.m. We will follow that with the U15s against the Cape Cod Whalers at 12. And then it'll be the U14s against the BC Junior Eagles at 2. So 10, 12, and 2 tomorrow. U16s against East Coast Militia. The U15s against the Cape Cod Whalers. And then the U14s against the BC Junior Eagles. So 10, 12, and 2 tomorrow for RI St. M's hockey here on Fans Only Sports Network. And offside will be the call. So no Northeast Pack games tomorrow. This is it for the weekend of Northeast Pack hockey.
And we've been treated to a great game between these two teams, and only excited to see what's to come for the U18 game as well.
That will be one heck of a game. The PK selects U18 team and the Saints U18 team, two of the top-rated teams in the country. Graf looking for Prokopets. That one will get sent all the way down. Arm is up. Icing will be the call. A stoppage of play.
Yeah, the Bishop Kearney Selects team coming from Rochester, New York. As you mentioned earlier, home of the Rochester Americans in the American Hockey League, or the AHL, and the Rochester Americans, the affiliate of the Buffalo Sabres of the National Hockey League.
Chased for Penoye. Okavita. For the 29 of Blake Graf. Round the backside boards. Prokopets. Poked away by Peterson, and whistle will create a face-off to Peterson's right as the net behind him knocked off of its moorings.
Yeah, Peterson with a heads-up play, poking the puck away as it was in front of that right pad on the inside post.
Deep in the corner for Bolduc to try to pull that one out. Was looking for Tardy. Paddle came over with it. Crayer, 1v1. Crayer, tic-tac-toe shot, score! Everyone was focused on Crayer, and the trailer was Jake Rhino, who pops it home, and it's 4-2.
Rhode Island doing a great job on that 2-on-0, picking up the puck on the BK error, as someone had a blowout of a tire, as you would say, and the puck ended up in the offensive zone for Rhode Island. Just a 2-on-0 one-timer goal. Great job there by Rhode Island. 4-2 they lead.
Shane Gould from behind his own net. Soma tried to kick that one off of the board. Bolduc will shepherd it around as he looks for Andriozzi. Bolduc. The arm goes up, and we're going to get a power play here. Tripping will be the call. To the box goes the 9 of Chase Jett.
Yeah, and as the fans can see on the glass there, that's what we were talking about, that we see down in the corners, the fog on the glass.
It's a hot shower. It looks like in my bathroom after a hot shower.
windows and mirrors all fogged up.
It's the difference. I mean, it's one temperature versus another. Science. It's a thing. Dylan Crayer. Shot attempt from Elliot Duguay. Hit the side of the body of Colin Daltwas. That will fly into the netting and out of play.
That went off of the stick of a Rhode Island Saint and up and out of play. Peterson raising his arm on that one, watching it sail over his head as if he was waving at it.
And if you watched RA Saint games last year, you would have noticed that the fencing behind the net that's on the shooting cages on the left-hand side was covered in banners. Those banners now have disappeared. They have cleared that fence to make for new banners to be hung. Don't worry, those banners have not disappeared. They are now hanging in the lobby on the wall outside. So if you come to Adelaide Arena and you wonder what in the world happened to all of the old championship banners from this RA Saints program, they're hanging on the wall outside in the lobby now.
Yeah, so you have all the banners
That's
over
what
there
happens when you win.
on the fence, and then you have all those banners covering the wall.
That is 32 state championship banners of the varsity program here at Mount St. Charles Academy, including 27 in a row, won by the legendary late Bill Belisle. Daltwas dumped that one into the corner. Soma for Bolduc. Bolduc kicked that one out into the middle of the ice. Penoye and Daltwas past Jackson Vates. Penoye fires, save made Peterson. 7 and change left to play here in the third period. 35 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Slot pass went past Soma. He'll let it go. Icing will be the call. We'll get a stoppage of play. U18s to follow this game. Scheduled face-off was for 6 p.m. Eastern Time, though because it is 5:52 p.m., I highly doubt, given that we have 7:40 left to play in this one, we're going to have a 6 p.m. face-off time. So in all likelihood, I'm going to garner possibly 6:15, 6:20 for warm-ups, which means we are looking at around about a 6:25, maybe 6:30 face-off time. That one would deflect it off of Butler, hit the net and came back down. Referees just let it go. Tardy will try to pop this one around. Working there with Andriozzi. Comes free instead for PK Selects. Stick tap signified the end of the penalty. Boxes are clear. We're back to five-side hockey. Bond from distance. Goes up over high. Deflects off of the glass. Came back down for Hornberger. Hornberger slotted one right in front. Nobody there for the Saints. Now trying to get one. Falling away was Hagerman. Andriozzi stands up the 29 of Blake Graff.
And that slap shot from behind the point, or at the point rather, going to the glass behind the net, that echoed throughout the arena.
Back for Cam Tab at the blue line. Tab and Hornberger start this one out. Tab along the side. Hornberger goes through the middle. Kicked aside. It actually went off of the 55 of Pelletieri. Caleri. Bond. Bond. Prokopets had it go off the backside of his boot. Hornberger. Looking for Tab. Got left sitting in the center of the ice. Will get dumped by Bond all the way down. Caleri will chase it. Niner. Davey for Caleri. Davey got rubbed out of the play. Nothing there. Tab. Corner for Caleri. Looking for Davey in the slot. Caleri got dumped down. Davey picks that one up for Tab. who got dumped into the boards hard and is still getting pushed around a little bit there by Chase Jett. 5.5 remaining here in this third period of play. Oh, it got in! The Sidney Crosby angle from behind the end line. It's a Saints goal. It's the 14 of Griffin Davey.
Yeah, great job by Davey to throw just a shot on net, and it got a lucky hole and a lucky bounce to end up in the back of the BK Selects net with 5:26 to go here in the period.
From the Sidney Crosby 2010 Vancouver Olympics angle with your skates straddling the end line, he finds a slot to stick it in. Tardy and the 21 of Cryer. Now this one will pop all the way back. Duguay chases Daltwas. 5 left to play, and now a 3-goal lead for the Saints. We talked about it at the top of the broadcast. After the day yesterday against the LA Gulls, you had to essentially dump that game out of your memory.
Yep.
Start over again. Come in against a difficult BK Selects team. Play your game. And Tardy score! Put it home! Good night! A 6-pack of goals for the Saints, and the fat lady is warming up her voice.
Yeah, nice job there by the Saints just to jump on the big open rebound in the slot. And the BK Select goalie just couldn't get back there with his glove, and it went into the back of the net.
Tardy, Cryer. That one will scoot past the stick of Shane Gould. Save made by Peterson, got off of the edge of his glove and up in, and we're going to get a face-off down in the Mount offensive zone. And to pull a phrase out of a former color commentator of mine, Ryan Mitchell, they've got to score a goal a minute to try to get this one tied.
Yep.
One of his favorite third period phrases when Ryan and I used to do games together. He'd literally look at the clock in the third period, find the differential, and then just say, they got to score a goal a minute to get this one tied. Jackson Vates. Ingerson flicks that one over top. Would normally give a shout out to Tegan's parents, who are usually home in Nebraska watching the game. They're on the opposite side of the arena today. Tegan's mom came over and had a chat with us before the game today. But to the rest of the Ingerson family who is home and watching, we thank you for always tuning in to Fans Only Sports Network.
Yeah, it's always nice to meet some of the players' parents and them always giving us positive feedback about being able to watch the broadcast from all across the country.
All across the world in a lot of ways. Is this Saints U16 side a collection of Canada and the United States, but we have in some of the other teams had players from other countries around the world, and that is one of the things that is great about the world of live streaming, is that you can be anywhere in the world and be able to watch the games. That happened during high school season. Oh, that one ping-ponged off of the post and in. Nothing Peterson was going to do about that one. And BK Selects are going to bring this one to a 6-3 score line on the goal from the 15 of Matt Judge.
Well, as you said, the goal a minute. There's one goal in 1 minute.
Crayer wins the face-off against Whitlock. Tardy looking for Crayer. And it's shoved out of the zone there by Okavita. Hornberger horseshoes that one all the way around for Rhino. Rhino has his name on the score sheet. Stops behind Peterson and then comes out. Hornberger and Crayer overlap each other as it gets poked free to Rhino, who's overlapped Hornberger, and Tardy now pushing it down into the corner. Hornberger at the blue line flicks one, redirect. Crayer got underneath Butler for a quick second. Tardy got bumped from behind the net. And the puck slides all the way out. Griffin Davey, Hornberger. Both sides trying to make line changes. This one's going to come all the way down, and Butler is going to let it go. Icing will give us a stoppage of play. Quick turnaround for the U16s. They'll play 10 a.m. tomorrow against East Coast Militia. U15s against the Cape Cod Whalers. U14s against the BC Junior Eagles. Peterson knocks that one away from Henry Major. Jet, Powell, and Major trying to see if they can find one more goal for BK Selects here in the final stages as we cross 2 minutes left to go here in regulation, and this is carried out by Elliot Duguay. Duguay dumps for Caleri. Caleri collides with Petal along the backside boards. Petal for BK. As they bring this one out, Gould now through the middle, releases that one for Major. Major winds, fires, deflected by Duguay before it even got through to Peterson, who was able to finally kick it aside. Carried by Caleri. Caleri flicks that one up over top of the referee's head. Line change for the Saints. Probably two more line changes in this game. We'll see how they go for time of shifting. Soma got tied up with Powell. Bouncing puck inside. Peterson in a backhanded save that actually came from the 20 of Chris Pallone. Whistle offside. Can we credit a defenseman with a save?
Yeah.
Chris Pallone got behind Grady Peterson and flicked that one off the line.
Like Michael Ryder in behind Tim Thomas in the 2011 Stanley Cup playoffs for the Bruins.
Paltieri poke checked by the 7 of Prokopets, and Peterson sent it to the side. Daltwest keeps this one in for BK. Pelletieri diving into the corner. A Saints player went with him. It's a continued battle in the corner. It is caught behind the frosted glass. Can't really see who's got it right now. Comes up to the blue line, and it's BK and the 17 of Tenenbaum. And a whistle, arm up, and a tripping call. With 31 seconds left to go, we'll put the 20 of Chris Pallone in the box.
And the Rhode Island Saints played a fantastic game here tonight. High offensive power, and their defense did a great job. Peterson making great saves when needed.
Penoye holds for Okavita. Pass down in the corner. Save made. Peterson will close up on it.
And we've seen a few instances tonight where Peterson covered the puck a few times, about 3 times, and BK Selects just kept jabbing at it after the whistle, and that caused some as Jack Edwards would say, Donnybrooks pushing each other and shoving each other around the ice.
Pinoye. PK fans calling for a shot. Kicked aside by Peterson as the shot did come from the 15 of Matt Judge. They're going to wave off the icing. Pinoye far enough back. 2-1-0 horn sounds, and the Saints have rebounded to pick up a huge win over BK Selects. They are going to mob Grady Peterson and each other. That is a big Northeast Pack win. That is a big win on the overall mark of the season. A 6-3 defensive of home ice. Two teams will come across center ice and shake hands and head off, and the U16 side will recollect and get ready for tomorrow. As we get ready for one more game to be played today, U18s taking on BK Selects as well. For those of you that are U16 fans, we'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m., as the U16s take on East Coast Militia. For Tristan Tingley, I'm Matt Gillis. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great night.